Bearings used in food-grade applications require careful lubrication methods. The maintenance practices affecting these bearings have zero margin for error due to accidental contamination requiring stoppages or resulting in product losses. With or without a lubrication system, greased bearing function is wholly reliant on the user to get the lubrication process right. It's impossible to know how much grease is in a bearing at any given moment due to seals or shields obstructing the view. The performance of the grease is dependent on several variables: excessive moisture, contamination, incorrect viscosity, incompatibility, or over or under greasing. These and other operational issues contribute to as much as 80% of premature failures. Fortunately, there is a way to avoid the risk of user error and therefore avoid the risk of bearing failure, contamination, and production stoppages. Lubrilife, the permanent lubrication solution from Baart, is a game changer for the food processing industry. This solid lubricant makes it possible to remove the human element and all of its variables from the lubrication process entirely. Lubrilife is an oil-saturated polymer material that fills all internal space in the bearing without impeding the rolling elements. Micropores as small as 1/10,000th of an inch within the polymer release oil during operation and reabsorb it when the bearing is not in use. It can hold up to 4 times more base oil than a similarly sized greased bearing, which allows for longer lubricant life and a maintenance-free bearing. All interactions with the bearings are limited to installation and replacement. Lubrilife has an exceptionally uniform fill, applied with a unique filling method that guarantees no gaps. And when Lubrilife was tested against other solid lubricants, it had the lowest amount of oil loss in the group, indicating excellent longevity. In a typical greased bearing, water, cleaners, or particulates that infiltrate the interior will circulate with the lubricant, emulsifying or degrading it. In a bearing with solid lubrication, the polymer maintains its form during intense washdowns, lending strength to the seals from within. The polymer also acts as a secondary seal for the bearing's internal components. Lubrilife's polymer outperforms other solid lubricants in regards to retaining integrity, helping the seals resist deformation, even in the most punishing washdown applications. Lubrilife also performed the best in eliminating contamination issues. Solid lubrication is most commonly an aftermarket modification. These modifications are applied by removing one factory seal. This often leads to an unreliable fill due to the remaining seal trapping air and creating voids in the solid lubricant, leaving rolling elements unprotected. The polymer fill is then expected to function as a seal replacement on the fill side. The result is compromised bearing performance and inadequate sealing capabilities. In contrast, Lubrilife is a forethought, not an afterthought. It's a deliberate manufacturing step. The Lubrilife polymer is applied to bearings before the seals are installed, allowing for a consistent fill that can be visually inspected. Lubrilife helps bearings last longer by simplifying maintenance, eliminating the need for expensive lubrication systems, and reducing the likelihood of costly production stoppages. We're pleased to offer this product to our loyal Baart customers. Lubrilife is available in many of our bearings with standard and food-grade permanent lubrication. For more details about Lubrilife, visit our website or contact your Baart sales team or your Baart distributor.